Hi everybody, I'm Krite Man. Rather than do a Carrera tutorial this time through, I'd like to kind of point out, I've been wanting to do this for a couple of years and haven't gotten around to it. Uh, Frank Frazetta, one of the most influential fantasy artists of this century, if not the most, passed away a couple years ago in May 10th, 2010. And he left behind a body of work that is inspirational, cool, and there's a whole lot of things that you can draw inspiration from, palette, tone, everything. So anyway, I'd kind of like to draw your attention to frankfrazetta.org. And if you go through here, it has probably some of his best work. It's probably the most voluminous body of work out there. It's the only one. It's the one I could find. And if you Google Frazetta, there's YouTube. Or if you Google Frazetta, there's a lot of a lot of stuff there. Wikipedia, there's a whole lot of things. He's a very influential guy. Now, one of the things I liked, there were three things actually that I liked about Frazetta, and that was his palette, his sense of light and dark, which lends itself well to 3D, and just his figures. His women were voluptuous, and yeah, his dudes were buff. So he did a lot of fantasy. He was the fantasy guy. Sword and sorcery. The sword and sorcery genre probably wouldn't have been as big a hit if Frazetta hadn't shown up on the scene and brought his palette and tone and figures to life. He, if you're not familiar with Frazetta, he did his stuff uh, mainly for EC, I think. Eerie, creepy, a whole bunch of '70s magazines that I don't think are around anymore. But Vampirilla, Conan, Tarzan, uh, he brought those guys to life. There you go. There's a good one of Tarzan. And one of the cool things about him and his style was his he had a really good sense of muscle grouping, and like if you look at the turn in the hand, you could see the muscle going around there. There were veins and cuts and very cool stuff. And this is Tarzan here. Did a lot of he was a comic book guy. That was the main thing. And there's a YouTube video. It's not a YouTube video, actually. It's the actual movie that uh, showed Frazetta's life's work. It's called Fire and Ice. And if you get a chance, actually, I hope you do get a chance. Swing through and look at it. It's about 90 minutes, or maybe yeah, about 90 minutes, and it's a really good look at his stuff. He's a very well loved artist, and this chick shows up a lot, and yeah, very very voluptuous model. And see that he was had a good sense of composition. He knew exactly where your subject was, and he focused on the main guy and then brought the emotion outward. Very very cool guy. This is frankfrazetta.org. Just FYI. Here you go. Perfect. Look at this girl. And you can tell, like I said, his palette, it's unmistakable. Uh, there were a lot of green, a lot of blue. He did high dynamic range imaging before that was even around. There were slight reflections of green in a green setting. He really did his work. Had a thing with cats and chicks, or cats and women. And if you're a guy of a certain age, uh, Frazetta probably got you through puberty. Just FYI. Yuck. Yeah, see that? A lot of good stuff here. This is a small sampling of what Frazetta's stuff was. Uh, you could actually just as easily go through it and click it yourself, but here's some. He just did really good work, and you notice he did his detail was all in the subject. You know, there was the farther back you went, he used anything else for nuance, anything else to help the composition. He just he's awesome. Anyway, that's Frank Frazetta, and this is Frank Frazetta painting with fire. Oh no, Fire and Ice was the back sheet thing. Painting with Fire is the name of the thing, and I'm gonna go ahead and leave. I'm gonna go ahead and leave a link, and you can check it out. It has a lot of really good stuff about Frazetta's work. He was a iconic, great fantasy artist that left behind a body of work that anybody would be proud of. So anyway, Frank Frazetta, uh, glass to the heavens, man. You were awesome. That's it for this time.